All right, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday. So, last night we decided, since our youngest went to his brother's house, because they're having a Deadpool X-Men marathon in preparation for going to see the new movie on Sunday. So we decided to jump in here. I usually do this every year. I get in their spaces and deep clean and kind of prepare them for the new school year. Drake has about 2.5 weeks before school starts. So let me show you around his tiny house since he's not here, and it's clean. So the layout that he had previously, I could tell wasn't really working for him because he very much has a toy collection and still plays with things. And primarily a lot of it is a collection, and he like fidgets with things. So like, for example, he keeps like these little Power Ranger toys. He has a bunch of them, and it's like while he plays his video games, he'll just like tap them and play with them and stuff like that. But I just want to kind of show y'all around. He is very much Power Rangers lover of all things. So as you can tell, Power Rangers, Red Ranger is his favorite. Those are all his Funko Pops. Is that collection complete?
Yeah. That's all 4 of them that they have in that set for Funko.
There's 6 up there. A Yu-Gi-Oh! And a Stitch. He also collects things that are Stitch. He has this case. These are all toys that he got when he was probably 3 or 4 years old, that he has kept. For the most part, we've had to reassemble this because he got a hold of a screwdriver when he was little and took it all apart, but we got it put back together. But he has kept this stuff, and he's gotten some things over the years. He loves to play with Beyblades, and take some of that to school. So he's going into 7th grade, and I don't know. I know he took some during 5th grade, and I even think he took some during 6th grade, which was also in middle school, but I'm not sure. I've asked him plenty of times if he would like that stuff out of his way, and he says no. I'm going to let him keep his toys as long as he wants to. He's also got these shelves under his TV. Those are the books. The series he's enjoying right now is Warriors. It's about cats. It's very interesting. But it looks like he's reading 5. Because 5 is missing and 6 doesn't look like it's touched. He also enjoyed this one. He said he just finished this one. This has short stories. One of them in particular is by the person that wrote Percy Jackson. More toys, Pokemon cards. That whole thing is Pokemon cards as well as in the binder. Of course, his Switch, not his Stitch, and he's got a DS. And lots of other Power Ranger toys. There's a kitty cat in the swimming pool. Let's go see. Kitty cat. Oh, you're in a car. You're not in a swimming pool. What are you doing? What are you doing? Going for a ride? You going for a ride? It's in my hand. So my husband's actually putting up a hook to hang his backpack and his practice pad. So he is in band. He currently does percussion. So his kit is over there, and in his kit's a snare drum and a xylophone. Is it called a xylophone?
It is bells.
It's bells.
Bells kit.
It's a bells kit, but it's got a xylophone in it. That's what I'm trying to.
The xylophone is bells. It's not xylophone. Xylophones are made of wood.
Okay, apparently it's bells. But his snare drum, he actually didn't get to use his snare drum last year. But it was his first year. So hopefully he gets to use snare drum more. He had it set up before we started cleaning, but we put it away. But we bought him a practice pad so that he wasn't having, because he would leave his kit at school during the week, but they wanted him to practice, and he didn't want to carry his kit. So I just back and forth. So I bought him a practice pad because does his kit have a practice pad?
Yeah.
It does.
He needed one at school. He used one at school for when they would play in class. when they were working on that stuff, and then he would leave the whole kit at school. So we just got this one so he could just have it just here, just a practice pad, instead of a snare, bell, and practice pad kit.
Yeah. So super, it was cheap. I think I spent like
$17 or something like that.
Yeah. So this is his bed. It's a queen size bed and he seems to love it. He was on a twin in the loft. How much square footage do you think he had in that loft?
The loft was 9 foot by 90 square feet.
So he had about 90 square feet in the loft space, and all of this stuff was pretty much in the loft space except the furniture. And he has how much space now?
About 240, 360 square feet.
So he's tripled his square footage. And of course, just side table. And then this is his desk. We really tried not to disturb what is going on because this is the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's actually already dropped it once and had to redo it. He's dropped it twice. He's dropped it twice. So we really didn't want to disturb because he's working on it. But we found a lot of pieces on the floor so that were Legos. So we kind of just put everything on here that was Legos. That way he had them. But we hope he really likes this layout because I feel like he's got a ton of space now.
He's got a lot more, yeah.
It
feels like a lot more.
It feels like a lot more. Because the bed was like long ways this way. The couch was in the middle. The desk was in the middle. So he was really only getting like a strip down the front of this. And now he's got all this open space. And we definitely were talking the other day. We've got some work to do before winter. Originally it was going to be work we did before summer. But summer's already over. So definitely making sure we get a ceiling in here. We've got to, we're going to get him some rugs to kind of control some of the cold, especially that'll come through the floor here. I definitely made the comment yesterday that I felt like the floor was warm. He's got an AC in it. I mean, it runs really, really well. And now it'll have a way to, because right the way it was, I felt like it was getting trapped in the little space. Trapped in the little space that it was because the couch was this way and then the bed was that way, so it wasn't getting to travel across the space.
This AC unit's the same size as the one we use in our living room in the big house. So that room is 22 feet by 16 feet with a 9.5 foot ceiling, give or take. So being in here, this AC unit is great for this size of room. Just a matter of not having the insulation up there on the ceiling. The heat just comes right through that metal roof and does a pretty good job warming this place up in the summertime.
Yeah. Well, and what's going to help him immensely is I've taken away some of his blankets. So I'll give him back in winter, but he had 2 comforters, 3 small blankets, like these little blankets. And then, of course, all of these pillows, because he sleeps with all of this stuff on the bed. He always has. So he's actually had some of these since we were in Texas. So like 4 or 5 years. He's had this guy since he was 2. I mean, he's got a ton. And we actually made him get rid of the giant one because it was just in really bad condition. I was having to fix it all the time. And then like some of his other Power Ranger stuff. He actually last year got to meet the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger. This is my nephew and my brother-in-law, and then of course my husband. And then that's our kiddo. He doesn't look happy. He was actually terrified and cried before he went out there and took that picture. But lots of posters. We had these made when we did his Power Ranger room. He was probably like 5 or 6 when we did that.
Yeah.
5 or 6 when we did that. And now he's fixing to be 13. Lots of other little Power Ranger pieces. I told y'all, he's got a ton of these little guys. And we're going to Comic-Con in, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
So he has almost a month till school. Not 2.5 weeks. We go on the 10th. And he starts school on the 14th. But lots of other posters. So I'm sure all of these spots will get filled. And then these whiteboards, they were for our middle son's Hot Wheels collection. But these pegs don't work. He wants to use this for Nerf guns. We just haven't bought any more pegs to put in there. But yeah, I know, I don't even remember the last time y'all saw this room. I guess the flooring.
Probably.
The flooring was, we did the walls when? March, April? No, it had to have been like January, February, because Deacon left in March.
So yeah.
So like, yeah, January, February, on a warm weekend, we put up the walls. I wanted to paint them white, but everybody liked them brown. So when he moves or goes to college or moves out on his own or whatever, they're gonna paint it white because it looks dark in here. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna get ready to go camping.
We're gonna finish this stuff together.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys either at the camp spot or as we load. I think we're actually gonna go over to Red Barn and explore before we go, because they're not open. Well, that's what I meant. While we're out. So we may see you guys there. All right, so we're in the van and we are all packed up. We just stopped and got a last couple of things from the store, and we are on our way to Red Barn to just kind of browse. We were talking last night about a couple of projects that we want to do after our cruise, and we just had talked about how we hadn't been there in a while. So we're gonna head over there, and they also have like 99-cent big 32-ounce drinks. So we're gonna grab 2 of those before we head to the lake.
All right, guys. Well, we've made it out here. So this is Appalachian Bay Recreational Area here on Keystone Lake, and this is our site. We're in site 12 out here on the outside loop, and well, there's the water. So we'll just walk right through here and right down into the water. So that'll be super nice. And this cove looks like it's gonna be pretty calm. That whole area over there and all the way out there is all the off-highway vehicle area. So that's cool. But we have, there's nothing crazy going on. We got a fire pit and a grill, a little table, and a picnic table. But the sites here are $10 a night. And that includes your access for however many people you have in the car. Otherwise, it's $5 a vehicle to get in for the day. So I think we're going to throw the tent right over here, kind of under this tree. Our tent's pretty small, so it should fit even with a little bit of slope here. And we're going to eat some lunch because we haven't eaten yet today. But yeah, it's really nice out here. I found out that they are actually adding electric to all the sites over there, which is the middle of the park. So I think there's another dozen or so sites over there. They're usually campers with generators, but they're getting electric put in over there, so that's super exciting. It's empty out here. I was telling them at the gate when I was out here for Father's Day, you couldn't get into a spot, you couldn't get a parking spot, you couldn't get in the swimming area over there by the boat ramp, nothing. But today there's probably a dozen groups out here total, so that'll be super nice. But we're gonna get everything pulled out here and get settled in, and I'll pick y'all back up once we're all set up. All right, well, after remembering how to build our tent, because we haven't used it since the tree fell on the house last year on Father's Day, let me show you to our new humble abode. So we've got our canopy up that Luna kindly ate a bunch of holes in when she was a puppy. We've got our sunshade up because the sun is moving that direction, so this will have us in shade all afternoon. We got our hibachi to cook dinner on tonight. They're adorable. We're having hot dogs tonight, and then we got my buddy Jordan from work's Coleman Grill that or not Coleman, Tech Sport butane grill that we're going to use for breakfast in the morning. I got this really cool light that I got from work. It's got this section right here disconnects. You can use it inside, but the whole thing is a light, and then it's got a solar panel to charge it. Got obviously the tent, our chairs, this table that my mom got us from Uline. I got my weights. They're also from Uline, holding the tent or the canopy down. We got the air mattress set up in the tent with the power inverter in the van. And our cooler down there, and our dry box, and our floats. And yeah, that's about it. We're just gonna relax out here the rest of the day, and we got this place actually till 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Oh, and last week I took the tires off of our Suburban because they're almost new, and I put them on the van, and it lifted it like 1.5 inches. So I've got a monster truck minivan now, which I'm really digging. So it's goofy, but I like it. So anyway, we're gonna hang out in the shade for a little bit, then I'm gonna go get in that water and hang out in that water for a little bit, and I'll let you know if we do anything else fun. All right, well, we had some kids move in next door with their jet ski and needed some help getting their stuff together. And I was waiting for them to take off on their jet ski because I expected it to be a lot louder than it is. There they go. All right. So anyway, got dinner started on my hibachi over here. She's cooking us up some hot dogs for dinner. Yeah. It's gonna be delicious. This cute little thing with my little 6-pound bag of charcoal. We just been hanging out for the last couple hours reading books and got out some chips and salsa to have while we wait for the hot dogs to cook. And yeah, wind's been blowing, so I went ahead and put up the sunscreen on the back side here, so we're still in a nice comfortable shade as the sun is setting over the lake. And it's been gorgeous. It's been wonderful. This one's turning a little bit pink. She's having a phenomenal time as well. And I guess I'm a little pink too. So yeah, we're gonna eat some dinner. Probably go back in the water. The group down here at the corner has been in the water for a while, and they've gotten out now. So instead of intruding on their party, we'll probably go get back in the water here in just a little bit as I eat dinner and watch these guys struggle with this tube. So that should be a good time. All right, well, it's Sunday morning, and it was kind of a rough night last night. This pole on the tent broke yesterday, so we're unfortunately tossing this guy in the trash on the way out the gate today. But yeah, we got about 15-mile-an-hour winds, and it's supposed to pick up to 18 miles an hour, so I can't film outside. And it's about 80. And last night it got a little bit chilly for my wife, and the wind was blowing all night, so sleep wasn't great. And I really don't like this air mattress. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pack up and head on. We have the site till 4, but it's not pleasant enough out here to justify staying when we're this close to the house. So we're getting packed up now. We just had some breakfast and had our first time having instant coffee, or my wife's first time having coffee. I had it while I was in the Army, but we picked up some Nescafe this morning, or for this morning, but we forgot the creamer at the house, so we just had black instant coffee, and it wasn't bad. So anyway, we're gonna get this stuff packed up, and we're gonna get on out of here. Alrighty guys, well, not really anything else for us to do this weekend. The wind's kind of crazy, so we'll just be hanging out here at the house, getting put together and getting ready. But we are a month away this week. By the end of the week, we'll be less than 30 days from our cruise. That's super exciting. And we got a bunch of stuff to get ready this week to go on that trip. So we'll be getting some stuff packed and things like that. And hopefully next weekend I'll get that grill buttoned up so I can use it. I found some rivets in the shop while I was putting everything away today. So get that put together, and hopefully I get to grill something next weekend. That'll be nice. Don't really know. I got a lot of mowing to do. The grass is growing a ton. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain this week and a ton of dew, so it'll grow some more. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for going to the lake with us. We'll catch you next time. Bye.